I need advice please. My partner, 34M, wants to move in with me, 36F, and I'm not ready. My partner, 34M, and I, 36F, have been together for 2 years and have had our share of ups and downs. I have 2 daughters 10 and 14, who I have just over half the time. My partner is not happy in his current living arrangements and has said I should be letting him move in. I've told him I'm not comfortable with it for multiple reasons, including he's not financially stable, he has a temper and he drinks every day and smokes weed every day, which is both expensive and alters his state of mind. These are my concerns and I've said I'm not ready for him to move in. It's not that I never want him to, but I think he still has a bit of growing up to do first. He is furious at me and has basically said that if I don't let him move in we don't have a future together and things along that line, which I think are to make me feel guilty and responsible for his situation. I feel like as an adult man it isn't my job to house him if it isn't in the best interest of my kids. What do you guys think? Am I being awful? My head is a mess. I'm devastated because I love him, but I feel like I'm making a fair call. Do not let that man move into your house. Everything you mention about him makes him sound like a terrible person to have around your kids. You never take leaps of faith when children are involved. You are certainly the only one who is thinking soundly and clearly here. He sees you as a meal ticket. Do not let this man in your house. Accept his terms and say bye. No way would I want a man like under the same roof as my kids. He checks all my red flags list. IDK why you are wasting your time on this guy. You are absolutely doing the right thing. Do not let someone move in because it's convenient for them and they are emotionally blackmailing you. Move in with someone when it's in the best interests of everyone. Please stick to your guns. Your daughter's safety and welfare comes first. He isn't your responsibility, and the person that you decide to share your home and life with should enrich it, not derail it. Once he's got his foot in the door, his behavior will only get worse and will deeply impact your relationship with your girls. I promise you that. Think of you and your children. This guy is not the right one for you, nor will it be better living together. Drop him like a bad habit. It'll probably get so bad that having your children half the time will become having them never. Never put a guy before your family. This is why people should carefully consider getting into relationships when there are children involved. It sounds like this relationship is doomed. He is 34. How much more growing up can he do? He's emotionally manipulating you to get what he wants. And he's not going to change or stop if you give it to him. Let him know clearly what you need to see him accomplish on his own before he moves in. Then see whether he meets that expectation. So I'm confused as to why he's still your partner. Ignoring the financial stability, as that can be a moment in time thing. He has a temper, drinks and smokes every day. Is this really the person that you want to have in your children's lives? Why are you even in a relationship with him? He rages, drinks and is financially unstable. Obviously you don't want that kind of a guy move in. But why even stay with him? The first red flag was him saying you should let him move in with you and your kids. This is not something he can just decide. And then it goes downhill from there. Anger issues, substance abuse and financial instability doesn't scream long-term partner material, let alone a live-in partner material. You are absolutely not being awful. You're being a smart and responsible adult, and he's trying to bully you into submission. He shouldn't be in your home. And it's likely not healthy for your girls to see you with someone like that, period. You're modeling what is and isn't acceptable in relationships. Oh, FFS. He's 34. He's going to grow out of this. This is who he is. Don't let him move in. He'll start screaming at you and your kids. Just dump him, FFS. I said it twice in one post. He drinks and smokes weed every day? And holds you responsible for his situation? Please leave him. Today. It's not going to get better and you really deserve better. Speaking as the child of a woman who picked the wrong BF way too many times. You said he has growing up to do still. First, he's 34. He's finished growing up already. That's the kind of person he's happy to be. Don't bring the kind of influence he brings into your daughter's home to be a role model unless you want them to believe that someone with anger issues and smokes weed every day is the kind of person they will be happy with. You don't have to put up with that either. 34 years old? I'm totally on your side for not letting him move in at this point, but I think it's going to be never, because I doubt he will shape up or step up. He just needs a mommy to coddle him and take care of him. Call his bluff and break up and see if he'll better himself or not. Don't do it. It's a trap. You'll be responsible for him and his lifestyle. You've been together for 2 years and you've seen enough to warrant your concerns. Why even stay with him? You have 2 young daughters to worry about on top of your obvious legitimate concerns. Do not let this man into your house. Why on earth are you still dating him? Is this really the example you want to set for your daughters? Please dump him before he does more damage to you. You deserve better. And your children. You don't need to pay for a third dependent to the detriment of your daughter's futures. You can do so much better than him. If it were just you and you could live with that stuff, then fine. But it's not just you. You're a parent and have to consider what kind of environment you're putting your kids in. It's the part of being a mom that can suck that your choices don't just get to be yours. Your choices are also the choices you put your kids in. Don't be that mom that chooses subpar selfish men over your children's stability, peace and happiness. Those men rarely stick around and kids still end up resenting you decades later. It may hurt at first because you've invested some feelings into him. But there will come a time when you will either find someone that is more stable or your kids will be grown.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.